Hello everyone, and welcome back to some WARNO League action. And thanks for the Twitch subscription there, Tanka. Much appreciated. 34 months. That's pretty crazy. Thanks for all the support over the years there. And yeah, hope you will enjoy this one, guys, as we are going into some Division 3 action today. As we have Zio on the left side versus Patrici Risima on the right side. Interesting match here, as both play mechanized forces here on Mount River. 2nd Panzer Grenadier versus 27th Guards. And oh yeah, we are still casting solo today because after moving places, our friend Chloride still has to figure out how to get the internet running at that place. The new router is ordered, but it hasn't arrived yet because of holidays and so on. So let's go for Division 3 here. And yep, these players here in a 5-player group. Unfortunately, Cindy, though, already had to drop out. I will try to replace Cindy in the next couple of days, but currently, yeah, we have 4 players remaining. The Helen, that's Patricia Riesemer, Zio, and Lijek, all pretty strong players, so it will be an interesting group, and whoever makes it through this game here will have a good step there towards that, and whoever loses here will have a lot of trouble making it out already. So, gonna be interesting to see. 27th, the division with the BMP-3s, the division with good infantry like the Spetsnaz Tretka in the recon tab as well, but not the quickest deck for forward deployment. Other side, 2nd Panzer Grenadier has Fallschirmjäger units, though the Fallschirmjäger themselves are not that amazing. The Aufklärers are pretty good. Have the Panzerfaust 3, can annihilate the units, and the forward deployment obviously helpful. We have quadruple Skimitar also coming in here in the bottom. Leo 1A1s, Marder 1A3s, Gepards, and then up here in the north, Pioneer, more Leo 1A1s, and Eyehawks moving around as well. So this should be an interesting one here. So yeah, a lot of strong units coming around. BO-105s here, double helicopter opener, the classic, as we have seen a lot lately. Obviously, these units are pretty cheap, and they can move ahead of the rest of your units and spot what the enemy's deployments will be, figure out which buildings the enemy infantry units and the enemy recon units will unload into so that you can avoid them or blast them down quickly, and see a bit of what the rest of the enemy focuses as well. Usually these helicopters die, but with 35 points out of 1,500 points that you have at the beginning, that is not the biggest investment. The card invested into it in the recon tab usually is the bigger investment in it, but yeah, the points are pretty affordable for these kind of units. Even cheaper for the pact with the MI2, which is only 30 points. Spetsnaz Tretka here, moving forwards towards X-Ray. 3 of them coming through the north. This is an interesting deployment, having this many around Alpha. They are really good recon. They have the GSR ground surveillance radar, which gives them exceptional optics, allowing them to spot a lot of stuff. So that is going to be interesting. Fallschirmjägers will make it into the middle, but yeah, if they get into this building in the center and the north, everything here on the other side basically will be spotted. So we don't have much of a follow-up here yet, though. But Tricia Riesemer playing it a bit slower, having 1 T80 BVK coming in through the middle, but nothing really that can push Oscar. Not a major force that can push Papa. Only 2 infantry units here behind this. So it's a slower start for the 27th, whilst the 2nd Panzer Grenadier already tries to push through the south. And that could become critical. We have an artillery piece here early on the other side. It's a relatively affordable 152mm, the GSint B, but still early artillery piece here, whilst Zio is trying to escalate this here as quickly as possible. So the units on the other side have to be careful, try to disengage away from the autocannon range. Scimitars, though, still able to open up on the Motostrike Medis here for a while, which tries to disengage deeper into the forest. Now firing its Medis ATGM. Can at least get 1 kill here? Yeah, it can find 1. Most likely gotta pay for this now. So 3 autocannons still firing on it, stunning it down. So reinforcements for the south are needed. TADBV already on the way. 2 Leo 1A1s here. On the way on the other side though. Motostrelkis you have to be careful as well. Currently engaging the Vulture Makers without the Scimitars getting involved. That's obviously a good fight, but that won't stay that like this for long. They have a Medis as well, which fires here against one Scimitar, taking out another one. So at least the Motostrelkis did their job as good as possible. Even getting another one here with a super stressed out Motostrelki. Okay, they did as good as you could have hoped in this engagement for Risumer. Really good micro there as well. But they will fall, and the push through here in the south will happen. No CV here yet, so the blue team won't get a lead in the capture points there. MTLBs moving in the north though, as still captures there have happened for the left side, getting a decent take. TADBVK in the middle, not able to get the 2-point zone there. BMP3 though, with a really good shot here into the south. Gets the Leo 1A1. Ooh, that's a big one. Nice side shot there for the BMP3. BMP3 with a big victory there. The Spetsnaz Shredka with their shock trade will beat the Panzer Grenadiers here in the CQC situation as well. TADBVK in the center got hit with a side shot from a Panzerfaust. Oh no, with a front shot of a Panzerfaust 3 of the Vulture Maker unit earlier. This here still has all Panzerfaust 4 shots. But yeah, is still alive, can be repaired. Ural already there. So I'm not too worried about the center right now for Risimer. The bottom half of the map is a different thing. Tornado AT around for the TADBV. Yes, has to smoke off. No AA here around yet. Long range AA, not really a thing for 27th, so they have good fighters. But the Tornado here is a scary thing. MiG-29 comes out. We'll try to push back the IDS. We have Ihawks and Gepards though, so the MiG-29 can't go in too deep there. Has to stay on its side. Ooh, already flies into Ihawk range. Doesn't get blasted, but gets stressed out. And should stay careful there. You don't want to get murdered by this Ihawk. Is trying to get the kill onto the Tornado now. Will get into Ihawk range though. Gets the kill, but gets killed as well. Okay trade. Killing off the Tornado there is worth it. It's the more expensive plane. And if you kill all the attack aircraft, you can give up your fighters. So there are most likely more attack aircraft in the 2nd Panzer Grenadier than there are fighters in the 27th deck here. So it still could be critical that this MiG-29 got lost, depending on how many more attack aircraft there are in the 2nd Panzer Grenadier deck. TDBV now going for the middle. +1 achieved currently for the red team, as blue doesn't have a CV yet for the south. Oscar not captured, and Klima still red even though blue units sitting in it. Yes, only the leader units can capture the points. Ooh, Conquerors 3M doesn't find a shot against the Leo 2A3. That could have been massive. Whilst MI-24K here coming in for the south. Scimitar will get dealt with. MI-24K pushing forward. There is a Gepard though, so the MI-24 has to be real careful. Could get blasted quite quickly. The Gepards are fantastic gun AA. Really good against helicopters. Good range, good damage output. Well, do we have an F-16 coming in? Ooh, trying to hunt down the Mi-24 as well. Finding 2 missile hits there. And getting the kill against it. Gepard goes down, but at the same time BMP-2 Recon goes down in the south here as well. Leo 185 once more getting set by BMP-3, but at the same time TADBVK in the center is super low. Motostrelki RPG-27 will try to get into range here. Will try to find some shots. TADBVK needs to get a safe route out of here. Won't be easy with the Leo 2A3 and 1A1s camping its front. And the RPG-27 gets dodged here. Ooh, Leo 1A5 gets hit pretty hard. TADBVK comes around as well. Ooh, Motostrelki is in range now. Only gets a stress out onto the Leo 1A5 though. Now gets blasted again. As the Leo have to be really careful around this. But RPG-27 with 21 pen can deal a lot of damage. Gets pushed back though, and the TADBVK here is stuck currently. And that is a really important fact. Martyrs coming through the center as well. Conquerors M out of ammo. Otherwise, it would be a fantastic unit here as well. The 152mm getting involved. Motostrelkis and Conquerors pushing through the south. BRM 1k. Got killed by helicopters. Still no AA around here. Finally some Eagles coming in. But the lack of AA here is pretty critical. BO-105 helicopters can fly around with impunity. Even figuring out exactly the position here. The autocannons, though, as this one goes a bit too close, will get found out. Vulture Mega Leader. Recon disengaging. Giacint trying to come around. We have a MR-10 trying to blast the Conquerors. Conquerors did move just in time, though. As the Leos still scary. Panzer Grenadiers with a lot of martyrs pushing forward as well. TADBV should get involved here further up the road as well. Conquerors and Polomachiki coming around. The TADBV for the northern zone, actually, where the blue team did get the capture of the zone. Did go to push through. But the TADBV should be able to deal with the Leo 1A1 without bigger problems. Yeah, gets the hit there immediately. And should find this follow-up one pretty quickly as well. Has to be careful with the Panzer Grenadiers, though the frontal hits won't deal much damage. Spetsvertretka should come around again to figure out the positions here of the enemy units. Panzer Grenadier only dealing 1 frontal damage here. TADBV smoking off a bit unnecessary, though with the Tornado AT actually not the worst thing right now. Matrachka and Iglas sitting around in the south. No AA here, really a big issue for 27th. Some form of AA would be helpful here. A bigger AA especially than the Iglas. Like a Tunguska or so. Could be really helpful right now to push the enemy planes and helicopters away in the long run. BMP-3 is here, still trying to fight. Leo 2s trying to come around from the flank. Medis, get a hit, get the engine destroyed. BMP-3 gets overwhelmed though. Oh, TDBV finds the kill. Is getting involved against the Leo 1 though, and that should get the kill, but gets the kill there as well. Okay, losses there in the center, annoying for the red team, but getting the Leo 2A3 and the 1A1 there with the 1 hit point TADBVK is the kind of best you could hope for in the fight. The TADBV in the north got killed off by the tornado though, so the lack of AA is still an issue. Strela 10 M3s, good as well. Best infrared AA in the game. On the battlefield now as well. As Polomachikis win the fight in the north, push into the zone, should be possible soon again. As, yeah, more AA should come around. Double TADBV still on the battlefield. On the other side, no tanks whatsoever left. All the Leos got cleaned out. The BMP-3 here in the middle did a good job, and the TADBV just now there really did fantastic one. But the amount of martyrs, the air lead of Zio and the MR10 are still hard things to overcome. Harrier coming in now, and the lack of AA on the front line really will allow these kind of units to get a lot of value as well. They can blast the TADBV as well, and they are only a 165 point plane. So if they can just run onto the TADBV, even if they die, it's an okay trade. But if they can come around in 2-minute time and do it again, that would be just insane. Going for the Spetsvertretka, that's a good target as well. Getting rid of the recon on the front line. Though the second Spetsvertretka is in a pretty good spot. Oh, they miss! They don't quite get the kill there. Iltis goes down in the center. Conqueror's there doing a good job. TADBV still around. Tornado AT here, still flying with its Mavericks as well though. Whilst Milan 2 and Martyrs here still holding the bottom quite well. MTLB getting the capture in the north. The southern zone never got captured here by Zio. Leaving one take the whole time to the enemy. As this is now +2 going to a +3 for Risimir. With the center and the north captured and the rear zone captured compared to the enemy. So +3 will get them decently far ahead here. 120 points per minute, as you get 40 points per minute for each +1 you got. BMP-3 moving around. Enemy 8 TJMs pushed out of this position. The artillery, is it moving? No. Might get counter-batteried here in a second if it doesn't start moving anytime soon. And the Martyrs and Panzer Grenadiers, they don't have any tanks around, but the enemy light defenses are all down, and the TADBVs, they don't want to come out as long as there's a tornado like this. Finally, more AA, really important here. as the Geosynths will most likely fall here. Oh, no, reload has to happen. It can still make it out. Mid-salvo target change here by the M110, so the Geosynth could be rescued, as this aim time now and reload time is quite long. The question just, did Riesemer even recognize what happened there? Not moving around the Geosynth right now, so M110 still has a good chance of getting the kill there. Conquers M here, aiming for the Martyrs. We have the T80BV pushing through the north. Trying to come around against the enemy units in the building. M110 will have a good shot there. Sperry's and Strela M3's coming around. A lot of superior RPOs actually coming for the middle to deal with the Panzergrenadiers. They win the infantry fight, but they have to be careful of all the Martyrs around. Need to find a solution for that. And the Geosynth goes down as the M110 fires 2 more rounds there into it. Iglas, Pulamachiki, and Conquers. A lot of infantry here coming for the center. Surprisingly few BMP2s and BMP3s, especially for the current meta out of Riesemer. Like, usually you see a lot more of those, and BMP2s are fantastic against Martyr 183s, as the Martyr's Milan doesn't kill them, whilst the Conquerors does one-shot the Martyr. So I'm surprised we don't see more of those. BMP3 is fine there as well, though it doesn't one-shot the Martyr. Like, the BMP3 is not the optimal ATGM vehicle for this fight, with the Bastion that only has 18 pen versus the 5 frontal armor. Doesn't quite one-shot. But the BMP2 AG here would be a really good IV, actually. So seeing so many Safaris and Pulamachikis without any of those is an interesting choice. BMP3s and T80BVs here in the north. Whilst we have a Harrier HE trying to come around. Trying to go for the kill here. Likely gonna get shut down, yeah, but gets a good amount of the Safaris there. Good damage dealt. T80BV here, getting blasted by Martyrs. Hasn't spotted them yet, so only engaging the Panzer Grenadiers, and the Martyrs, Milans, poke away. And 110 now aiming for this. Dispatcher Tretka go down as the T80BV disengages. Strela will stay there though, so the M110 still has good chance of dealing damage. And yeah, this push not working out for Riesemer. Akacia coming around. Well, it's in the north. These units should be able to push through this, but obviously you have to get them moving for that. Artillery coming in. Okay, both units did disengage here. We see more units coming in here now. BO-105 recon going down. We have Conquerors and Conquerors M vehicles around. So the Leo 283 has to be careful. As the Conquerors M tries to come in. Conquerors tries to find a way into it as well. But the Martyrs are the problem here really right now. And BMP2s would be so good against it. More BMP3s come in instead. They can do the job as well. They have the better autocannon. They still have the good frontal armor as well and the better ATGM. So they still outclass the Martyrs, but they also nearly cost double the price. So cost efficiency wise, the Martyr is winning that fight. T80BV still in this engagement here. No spotting against the Martyr. So the Martyrs Milans can still fire away here. Akacia coming real close to the front line here. As the Martyrs help out winning the fight against the Pulamachiki there. Leo 283 pushing forward. +2 for our player in blue. Whilst we see more Conquerors coming around, more Pulamachiki. But really all that would have needed in my eyes from the red side was BMP2s. Igla trying to kill off the BO-105. Not finding it though. Akacia versus Martyr. Dealing good damage there. Martyr's getting engaged by the T80BV. It is pretty low cohesion though, so its accuracy is heavily reduced. And it gets stand down again. Artillery flying towards the T80BV in the north. MR10 there. Deals a lot of damage. Gets the kill. And that's an annoying loss. Those TADBVs are super important right now here as the backbone of Risimer's army, especially without the BMP2s. Like, you need to keep those expensive units, the BMP3s and TADBVs, alive if you want to deal with the Martyr rush that the enemy has around. And the Martyrs kill off the BMP3s here with 2 Milan hits without dying to the BMP3 or the TADBV. The BMP3 leaving it at 1 hit point, so does the TADBV, so a really good trade here. Leo 2A3 up here as well already, and that can win a gunfight versus the TADBV. Tornado AT obviously super scary as well. Flies really close over the Strellas though. Will get a hit. Can the Strela fire another one? Nope, not quite, so Tornado will get out alive. And yeah, the lack of air superiority and the lack of BMP2s, biggest issue here for the 27th right now. 2 MR10s now on the other side, and the Martyrs really are the units that keep all the red units away. Like, so many infantry units here trying to push on forward into the Martyrs, but without the right fire support, they struggle to get the job done. Leo 2A3 could get now involved against the TADBV here in the north. TADBV should be able to deal with the Martyrs on its own. But the Leo 2A3 here could get involved too. All the Panzer Grenadiers killing off the BTR-80. Conquerors gets annihilated by artillery. And the TADBV gets side-shotted by the Leo 2A3. Goes down to 1 hit point and likely will bite the dust here. Yeah, TADBV goes down again, and that leaves only one of them on the battlefield, and that one is pretty low. A lot of BTR-80s, but they are not helpful in this matchup. With all those Martyrs around, they are not the killers you want. The light fire support here not really working out. So, yeah, really big surprise that we don't see more BMP2s. We now even see Motostrelkis coming in gas. That's pretty weird for this map. Like, on some maps where infantry fights are a bit more common, yes, but this map is giving you a lot of good ranges for your IFVs. So bringing in the RPG-26 in these instead of BMP2s is a really weird choice. BMP3 is coming in still, so there are some IFVs, but as I said, the BMP3 is not the right IFV for this matchup. You could skip those completely and just go BMP2 in this matchup, and it most likely would work out better. BMP3 is great for long-range maps, where their maximum range ATGM can really play out fantastically, where their good long-range fire support 1mm gun can come in as an anti-infantry tool. But on this map, the ranges are perfectly fine for the Conquerors and the 30mm autocannon of the BMP2, so you don't need those extra strats of the BMP3 for the extra price, and the ATGM matchup is just not quite working out against the 5 frontal armor of the Martyr 1A3. Against a lot of other IVs that only have 3 or 4 frontal armor, it's a perfect one-shot kill there with a fast-flying, good accuracy ATGM, but here the Conquerors would be the better ATGM for cost efficiency. And now we have blue side pushing in the north again. All the tanks there are down, ATGM vehicles killed off as well. See a bit of a push in the middle, but there are 2 Leo 2A3s here, and the infantry is just running over the open. So that likely ain't gonna work out. TDBVK coming around as well, but 2 Martyrs and 2 Leos versus only 2 TADBVs here on the other side. So the fight is not great. Rajvetka BMP2s now coming around again. And we have an Su-17 AT. Could find a good kill here in the middle against the Leo 2A3s. That one-shot kills them. So that could change the situation. Goes for the Martyr instead though. And gets hit by the Eyehawk. So only a small kill there. And back it goes. And the TADBVs here getting stressed out already. Motostrelkis getting overwhelmed. TADBV not able to find the kill against the Martyr. Finally gets the hit there. But both Leo 2A3 still holding the front line. Another one coming around, and the north is completely collapsing. Leo 2A3 there alive with still 2 hit points and basically no units left for the red side whatsoever. So this is going to be a tough one. Martyr 1A3 goes down. The ABV pushing back. Conquers trying to get some hits here. Jaguar 2 moving around. BMP3 and Conquers trying to get against the Leo 23. Not quite able to do it though. But at the same time, push through the north happens, and the second Panzer Grenadier here is getting the overwhelming victory going on here now with a +4. And the Leo 2A3 Martyr combo, Leo 1A5s here now on the battlefield as well. The numbers are just good big to big, and the lack of BMP2s here, too many infantry units just running over the open field, I think was the main factor in this game. Like 2-3 BMP2s here in the middle would have easily dealt with the Martyrs, and then this would have been in quite good fight for the red side. I think Riesemer had a better early game than Zio, but Zio just brought the better combined arms for the map and made that work. The Leo 2A3, Leo 1A1 Martyr combo, always scary, and they keep on pushing with it here right now. There is a reason why this is one of the most played decks in League and in Ranked. The second Panzer Grenadier is a fantastic deck. Leo 2A3 here going down to BMP2s. As you can see, they are even pretty helpful against those kind of units. But have to be careful now against this Leo 1A5 here. Good accuracy tank, pushing through, getting into the close fights. Akatsias and co still trying to get the job done here. TADBVK trying to push forward, but it's not quite working out. Milan 2 sitting in the bottom. Motvachvetka in a good spot here as well. Whilst we have more BMP3s rolling in, but yeah, those are really expensive. Like, that's 140 points per unit. Whilst on the other side, the Panzer Grenadier, 35 points, and then the Martyrs, 55 points, so you get them for 90 points. You save a full 50 points on the combination. MI24 VATs here, trying to come into the north. Can be really helpful against the Leo 1A5s. There is no AA here right now, but fighter planes could come around. And like, if they are positioned correctly here, oh no, but the Motvachvetka for the scouting get blasted right now. They could at least stop this push for a while and potentially even kill off a couple of overextending units, but Zio realizes this really quickly. Is disengaging there immediately. They get a kill here on one Leo 1A5. Iltas goes down as well. CV is needed up north though, and the F-16 comes around again. Gets one of the helicopters immediately. The Strelas not getting the kill here. Su-17 even gets hit. Oh no, immediately pushed back. Like, killing off some Leo 2A3s here would be still pretty helpful, but the combined arms here just not a given anymore, and the Strelas can't protect the helicopters before the F-16 is on top of them. They get the revenge kills, but these helicopters would have been key here right now. They could have stopped this for a good while and potentially even got a decent amount of kills, but now they're all down again, and now it's down to only the BMP3s, and they frontally, as your tanking unit, are not great. Like, they, on the long range, can be really helpful against all the tanks, but not when the tanks are in gun range. There, the 5 frontal armor is not good enough to protect them for long. So they try to disengage here now, but that means the Motostrelkis once more will get blasted, and it's a +6 situation now, and there comes the GG. And Zio takes game number 1. Yeah, Riesemer has to figure out a slightly different strategy here to beat those mechanized forces. Like, not bringing the BMP2s there. Big mistake. Hey, Ryan. Thanks for the Twitch Prime. 9 months of support here. Yeah, thanks for being around, helping out the channel, and helping me out, being able to afford all of this, and doing all of this. And yeah, thanks for all the support, guys. I'm currently slightly sleep deprived, and yeah, pretty low on physical energy, as I have been at Rock am Ring the last couple of days. That's why there were no YouTube videos yesterday and today, and why there was no stream on the weekend. But it was a fantastic festival. And yeah, Festival Summer is coming along nicely. Gonna be at the Hurricane Festival in 2 weeks' time as well. So yeah, there will be a short break once more in streams as well. And yep, thanks for all the support over the last couple of months, guys. Really goes a long way. Thanks for keeping me hydrated there as well around Magnet. And yeah, I have heard about the Russian servers being down there, to answer the question in the YouTube chat, whilst we are setting up game number 2 here. But I think that has been an on and off thing the last couple of weeks already. Like, it's not a new development. Um, though they have shut down more and different servers again, so the workaround for how to access it from Russia has to be found again. And yeah, it's pretty annoying, obviously, but to be expected. Uh, yeah, as Russia has been shutting down different kind of things with their censorship over the last couple of years, time and again, right? So shooting down some servers that include the Eugen servers, the Eugen game host servers, kind of is to be expected. Though unfortunate. Hope the Russian players figure out a way of how to stay in touch and how to be able to play, as a lot of them are nice guys. Yeah, but obviously, yeah, Russian government not so nice. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, guys. Rock am Ring was exhausting. Yeah, there we go. Sorry for the mute. Check out the Matcherino page. And yeah, here we go. Rügener Gruppierung versus 20th Panzerna. 20th Panzerna, really the meta pick. On the other side, Rügener Gruppierung, really off-brand. D tier to low C tier division. Has to go through a couple of hoops. It's a really interesting pick here. For sure, the fancy one. You have to play a bit off-brand. The T-72s will go well against the T-55As here. And yeah, here we come around. T-55As. Moving forward, the Honker Rus, obviously a fantastic unit. KSK is a good infantry versus the Specialnies, but you have to deal with the Honker first. They should stand still here to get their AT weapon off. BT-76 not good at firing on the move either, so nothing is killing off the Honker. And that means the KSK is just getting plastered here. And that's a big loss. KSK stuck in the north as well as the rush here with the T-55As moving in. The T-72s would be good against the T-55As, but they're on the bottom side of the map. And yeah, the rush of the Honker Rus, the super fast special force unit here working out. And yeah, sorry for the mute there, guys. Has been a long weekend, so I'm glad to be back at home, glad to be casting again. But Rock am Ring was a blast, though really little sleep. I did sleep a good bit on the train back, but obviously not the most effective sleeping in the train at daylight. Forgot moving around here. Conquers in good spots potentially as well to at least get a couple of shots out here, but all the infantry already blasted and T-55A numbers here just pushing through. The Rügener Gruppierung's infantry not quite good enough for a division that doesn't have IFVs or good APCs. So the tank tab is fine, the artillery tab is fine, the helicopter and air tab are cool as well, but the infantry tab is not good enough for an infantry deck. And that really is the issue of Rügener. Trying to get the Marine Pioneer Flamme here into the action. KSK are good Special Forces recon, but when the Ross Specialny with the Honker Rus get into the good positions, it's going to be a problem. And yeah, this is quite the issue here now. T-72S and BT-76 try to push through the side, but they don't have smoke, so helicopters like the Mi-24Ds can pick them apart quite quickly. The T-72 is more of a defensive unit. You usually don't want to use them on the offense, as without smoke, getting them out of a hairy situation is pretty hard to do. Once the ATGMs get flying, you are in trouble. Though the Falanga here, pretty slow one, but can hit pretty hard. And there we go. Stun and good damage. Mi-24D number 2 comes around and the northern situation is completely gone. Modschütz and BTR here in trouble. Honker Rus on the other side. Blasting onto it as well already. And the T-55's likely gonna pick it off. T-55As here, currently some of the best tanks in the game cost efficiency wise, ever since they got the rate of fire increased to 8. The T-55A is in a great spot. And with 2 vets, they are pretty big monsters currently when it comes to just pure raw efficiency. As I said, the T-72 on the defense could be pretty good against it, but it was on the wrong side of the map there, and trying to use that aggressively is really hard. And the Honker Rus currently with the Ross Specialny, a really cost-efficient, super fast forward deployment as well. And this game here is deteriorating really, really quickly here right now. Rügener is in a lot of trouble, and it's a division that struggles to come back. And really, that's one of the reasons why it is rated pretty lowly at the moment. It's a fun deck, but it's not a good one right now. MiG-21s coming around. Faster and Krug sitting around there. Like, the defensive capabilities with the Krugs, with the 3,000 meter range, helicopters and so on. If Rügener wins the opener, Rügener can stabilize in its own way usually quite well. But Rügener completely lost the opener, and Rügener really can't come back from that, and that's one of the main issues of that deck. You need to get a good opener, but you don't really have the tools for good openers all by yourself. And if the game deteriorates, it deteriorates quite hard for you. The Masters here, faster getting the MI24D, but T55AS gets the kill there in the end. And yeah, the units for blue on the battlefield are really limited already. This KD was absolutely brutal that the red side got here, and I'm not too sure this game will go on for much longer, as I struggle to see a way for Rügner to get back here, especially as the northern zone, even the deep zone, already has been rushed into. T55A will get bombed here by the SU-22, and as I said, like, all those planes, they are great, but without seed, you can't really push deep into the enemy side, and it's all more so defensive tools. And if your front line gets completely murdered at the beginning and you lose your center zones, then Rügner really is not the division to come back from that. Conqueror's still around. MiG-21 killed off all the helicopters, and Conquerors gets killed off as well. T-72 here trying to push in, but has no recon. The Mi-24P recon 14, Mi-14 got shut down there. Conquerors moving around. Pichota Smack, good little infantry, but once more coming without the IVs. As KSK gets pushed back here as well. T-55A moving around for the center. T-72S pretty stranded, and now we got the +2. The BMP-1 will even move for the rear zone, get the +6 there, and the blue team will struggle to find anything here. Wilkes and T-72s coming in on the other side, and those outclass the T-72 of these Germans by a lot, especially the Wilk. Like, the T-72S has one less pan on max range, or at the same range here. This one will go up to 20 with the 2 range scaling, and has 2 less frontal armor and 5 less accuracy. So the Wilk, also with an extra hit point here, just will dominate this fight. MI2 US coming in here to spot all of this as well. There is a Conquerors back here to fall back to maybe, but with the northern zone getting captured, this will be tough. You can't dodge the Su-22s. Krug is a good unit, but struggles to find the kill here at the first shot. Misses the MiG-21s as well. And with those kills not happening, the situation deteriorates even further. Conquerors and T-72 going down. Infantry just pushing through the open. This is not the way to go here. Pick up the smack. Pushing in. Infantry and WARNO usually not there to win fights on their own. They are part of the combined arms, and if they are on their own, something like the Shilka here could just strafe them down. Krug still struggling to find the kill here. T-55A pushing forward. Strela 2M moving around, and oh no, MiG-21 bomber. Ooh, gets shut down before it can drop. But it crashes into one of the Picatas mech nonetheless. Kills that one off. As the Picatas mech here now getting engaged by T-72M as well. And yeah, you just have nothing to push into those. Rügner just can't push into the enemy here. Shilka and his T-72M here holding the line. SU-22 HE coming around from the other side. We'll try to find a bombing run here, but can't even do that as line of sight breaks. Krugs and Shilkas pushing it back will mean that the repair time there will be pretty decent, as it loses 2 hit points. And yes, Rügner maybe can hold on to the south, but that doesn't matter as long as the enemy is on a +6. T-72 will try to come around here to push the middle. T-55 Meridas as well, but the enemy's T-72s are just outclassing you by so much. Pushing into them just not going to work out. You can play it defensively, you can't play it aggressively with Rügner in this matchup. Your helicopters like the Mi-14 with the great ATGM missile, 3000 meter range, 30 pen, That one can one-shot those T-72Ms, but it is not a good unit to push forward with. It's really solid on the defense when you can land it to a resupply truck all the time to get the missile back and get them back up then. Your smokeless T-72s can be quite nice in forests where they can just break line of sight when needed. And the rest of their cost-efficient stats is nice, but here this just doesn't work out. T-72S gets murdered, and the whole northern side is completely in the hand of Zeal. And yeah, Risimer really getting punished for taking the wrong deck here for the competitive play here. Currently, 20th Panzerna just outclassing Rügener by a lot. And it's unfortunate, but yeah, currently that's what the meta is, and you have to go with the meta at some point. Like, hopefully we will see some balance changes soon. Maybe bring Rügener a bit up, though I doubt this division will get top tier anytime soon. And bring down 20th Panzerna maybe a bit as well, as that is for sure a bit stronger than the average right now. But yeah, that's what pick and ban is for, so that you can pick into that, ban the top tier divisions that you don't want to play against. But in the end, here's Zero playing a really clean game with 20th Panzerna, else playing the Rügener completely and winning 2-0 here in this group stage game from Division 3. Well played and well-deserved victory here for 20th Panzerna. Hey, Ryan, thanks for the support there. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs to Alpha Jiven, Nex, Praiser, Zermeister, and Rumdigadum. Ooh, that's interesting news. And yeah, halfway there to the hype train, guys. Much appreciated, Ryan. And Zermeister, thanks for the follow there. Welcome. And yeah, we have more games to come, guys. So don't you run away. We're gonna go now to Division 2. So 1 level higher in the skill level. The guys that really want to break through to the top level. And we're gonna have Ghost Dragon versus Edbe. 2 really strong players from Division 2 as well. Have been around for a couple of tournaments already. Ghost Dragon, really a good player in Still Division 2. Coming around to WARNO now. And Edbe, always close to making it into... that was the wrong one. This is the right one. Always close to making it towards Division 1. Not quite making it in the last couple of seasons. Let's see if Edbe can do it this time around. Or if Ghost Dragon gets the better out of him here in the group stage. Obviously, that one you have to survive first. And hey, thanks for the follow there, OCA Addiction. And let's get around here for the next game. Quick break, then we're going to be back with this Division 2 game. Sorry, we will get back in a second. Just have to quickly put something in here. There we go. Game number 1, Edbe versus Ghost Dragon. As we are on a map that we haven't seen in a couple of weeks. We have seen it quite a lot in Season 3. And it's the newest map to the rank pool here with Kreide. And the matchup is a pretty hot one as well. Two divisions that are really high in the pick rate. 20th Panzerna versus 79th Guards. Both divisions that are not quite the top end, but that means they dodge the bans quite often. 6 bans this season. And yeah, 20th Panzerna versus 79th Guards Tank Corps. Two strong mechanized formations.
Hello.
79th.
Beer money for the next festival.
Thanks, Reef. And yeah, enjoy your festival next week. I'm pretty envious that you're gonna see Linkin Park there, but I already with Hurricane coming up in 2 weeks' time with Green Day and co. I'm in pretty good hands, anyways. So yeah, no, Linkin Park didn't play at Rock on Ring. They play there next year, so I'm gonna pick up new cards for it on Tuesday when it goes on sale. But yeah, they weren't there this year. TDPV ICDs coming around. BMP2s coming up in the front line as well. Spetsnaz GRU moving to the front line there as well. And then we have Multka Piece T-72 AS. Interesting unit here. As the rocket launcher, the mine clearing tools on the rear here. These big rockets. And they deal a lot of HE damage, though they are pretty low range. And that means they can blow up units here at Boris in the forest, win the forest fight for you against something like the Superior RPO. Aim time is pretty quick as well, but they have to get close enough there. So moving them to Boris here, interesting choice. Can be pretty helpful around Gregory as well, though not that helpful in the direct center fight. But there we see more of the light units here moving around. MI2 URP Salamandra with Malyutka M ATGMs coming around. Pretty expensive for a helicopter with terrible ATGMs, but it can still kill off a BMP2 or so relatively quickly. Meanwhile, TADBV IZD here, the best TADBV with the Argona high penetration ATGM, and especially important, the high speed at 70 kilometers off-road speed. It can just kite against the T-72s quite nicely in the open. T-72s in general here, not ideal for the center, but pretty good around Boris, pretty strong around the northern part of the map as well. So I would expect Edbe here to play around the flanks a bit more than Ghost Dragon here. But Ghost Dragon should play more around center and the area here between Fedor and Dimitri, I guess. Whilst winning in Boris comes a bit more down to the BMP2s, but both sides can field BMP2s in decent numbers, so that's not just a thing of 79th, though 79th can get a couple more around usually. And there we go. Coops and Osas here coming around. Osa really good anti-helicopter. Coop pretty good anti-plane. Can one-shot the MiG-21 BIS AA here, for example, which is out here now, likely hunting for some Mi-2 recon helicopters. No recon helicopter on the side of Edbe. It's Honka Rus with their fast speed and the good Rospecialny recon inside. Good RPG. Decent firepower there. MiG-21 gets one kill. Coop not able to retaliate. So one Mi-2 killed off. Will try to come around for the second Mi-2 as well, which is flying far ahead of the Coop right now. So the MiG-21 will fly into Coop range most likely anyways, and will get blasted, and that's a good win for the Reds team. Cost efficiency wise, a good trade there. Though the northern push here with the Salamandra, with the Honk Rus Specialny, is coming in, and the Spetsnaz GRU not unloading. Likely gonna get blasted here. Ooh, get out just in time. They have an RPG-22, so they can kill off the Honkarus, and they have a bit more damage output than the Rospecialny, though the Rospecialny in the forest there versus the Spetsnaz GRU out in the open. We see the Salamandra getting killed off by the Osa as well, and the MiG-29 here flying around. BMP-2 there getting good damage onto them as well. MiG-29 getting the kill. The Spetsnaz GRU gets pushed back. BMP-1's coming in for the north. BRDM-2 now can capture the area around here. The Spetsnaz GRU getting pushed there. But the TADPV here in the middle is scary. BMP-2 pushing pretty close there. Pushing into gun range. That's a mistake. That BMP-2 will pay for it. It hasn't smoked off just yet. Tries to smoke off, but goes down beforehand. T-55AS trying to help out here in the south, but so far, red side is winning the south as well. T-55 not around in time, as BMP-1 gets sniped by the BMP-2 in the north here too. So, good kills here so far for Ghost Dragon. The T-80PV IZD here doing a lot of work. We see the T-55AS now firing, getting good damage here. Not quite finding the kill though. Malutka P gets the kill against the BMP-2. That's a big one. And the Scott 2A actually can clean out the rest here. BTR 60 BP already pretty low, so the KPVT can kill that off quite easily. And his Saperi RPO doesn't have an AT weapon. So in the end, Edbay does win the south, as was planned, as was predicted, but loses the center, as was predicted as well, though maybe losing a bit more than necessary there by pushing in a bit too deep, and not quite winning the north here. So I would say a decent start here for Ghost Dragon. The south did get lost, but that was to be expected with the investment and the better force composition that the 20th Panzer can bring around there. But the center is going really well, and if the TADPVs can get into this tree line, potentially even into this tree line up here, and blue side has an issue. Osas and Coops pushing forward. And Malutka P here versus MTLB. Ooh! Nearly gets the kill there. Next one likely will do it. Nope. One more shot. The stun locked MTLBU here is pretty slow. Can the ATGM find it in time? Yes, it can. Rospecialny will get overwhelmed here. Down to less than one hit point here. Spetsnaz GRU has the sniper rifle. Only engaging with the sniper rifle right now, but does the job now. BMP-2 here in the north really did a lot of work. As another BMP-1 got killed off. Malutka P goes down in the middle, and the red team is pushing even deeper. Even somewhat towards Anna, but you have to be careful to not overextend here, especially with the south being lost, the potential force-arm flanking here. And AA always having to keep up with the TADPV, otherwise you risk getting them run down by some planes. BMP-2 and MTLBU disengaging in the north. Good decision here. Ooh, BMP-2 there gets one-shot killed by the BMP-1 gun. Shilga goes down in the center though, so blue side still keeps on getting trades. Gets the kill against the Scott 2A here in the south as well, though that was not all that important. As we have a +1 now for the blue team, with holding the north and the southern central zone, and only the one in the middle currently being controlled by Ghost Dragon. Meanwhile, BMP-2 and Saperi Comrade coming through. Strelki here, trying to get the kill there. Missing so far. Getting the kill there in the end. T-80PV IZDs moving around. Syria 30 flying around. We'll try to find some kills. T-72 M1Ds moving around. Ooh, we have Malutka P here. In a really sneaky spot. Moved into the rear here. Fired another ATGM. Fills a second unit here. Rear shot against the BMP-2. Can even potentially find a third kill here. Malutka has a really slow ATGM. Loses track there just beforehand. As we see MI2 and MI24 coming in there, but Malutka P already paid off here. 55-point unit, killing off 95 points here, plus the other infantry units, so plus transport. Good kills there. Worth it for the investment. MiG-29 here, struggling to get the kill against the Su-22. The 30 ECM paying off, but it gets the MiG-21 there on the turn. Coop not coming around in time. MiG-21, 29 AA3 with the R-27Ts and the good short-range missiles as well, really doing the job there. BMP-2s here with the Motrajetka, getting the push in. Conquers, going for the T-55 AS, getting a decent hit. Losing line of sight afterwards, though. So, not finding kill just yet. Ooh, another missile coming out. Still having traction here. And gets the kill against the T-55AS. Really helpful here for the fight in the open. And we see a MiG-21 AA trying to dive here. Mi-24 does dodge away though. MiG-29 AA3 comes around again. Gets another one of them blasted. Good kills there. Air dominance for the red team. TADBVs still around here. Didn't push deeper because, yeah, they didn't have the air cover there just yet. But the KD currently going heavily in favor of the 79th. MiG-21 bis around here again. The MiG-29 is currently getting repaired, so the Mi-24 has to stay grounded for now. But nothing here around to spot it, so doesn't really have to worry about much. Mi-24 URP Salamandra trying to go for some sneaky behind the line action here as well. Whilst the north is still, but with the CV in the south, tick got stopped, both basically on par in points. Whilst BMP-1 and T-72 M1D moving around. TDBV starts to get some damage in here. Against the ATGM, gets the kill there. BMP-2 trying to find an angle here against the T-72s. Will get a hit, though it's a frontal one. But the TADBV now trying to get involved here. Firing off an ATGM as well. Though T-72 most likely, yeah, gets behind the tree line before that can do anything. But the south is deteriorating quickly here for Etbe. MiG-21s and Su-22s around once more. Though the TADBV ICD doesn't get one-shot frontally by the Su-22. So it has a decent chance of survival there against these ATGM planes. TADBV getting involved against the BRM. Oh, side shot there though. Gets the kill. Su-22 doing the job. Good kill there. MiG-29's not around right now. Coops can't be brought up far enough on the front line. And the Mi-2 URP is in a scary spot here. TADBV and BRM-1 coming around. ATGM flying out. And it gets a side shot there. Even being able to side shot the armor with its gun. Though now frontal shots here shouldn't get the kill, but the TADBV IZD stopped for a good while. Salamandra now firing against the BRM-1. Missing there. Out of ammo. Another annoying thing that you have to buy some AA for to deal with it. Mi-22 here coming around again. TO-55 pushed back, but the Mi-24 gets the kill there. MiG-21 will try to run down this Mi-24 and will be able to do so. Coop and Osa around in the middle. Not able to find the first shot. MiG-23 MLD coming around for the Mi-2. Will get the kill there. But not able to turn around on the MiG-21. So MiG-21 really getting a good trade there. As the southern situation here for the red side. No, not quite as great. With BMP-1s and T-55s here besieging the south. And their forces being heavily damaged. No TADBV here around. The BRDM-2 with the Conquerors here. Still in a great spot though. For ambushing anything that tries to push in here. MiG-23 now around as well. As the air dominance is going more and more towards the red side now. With the better and more numerous fighters out now. But BMP-2s and TO-55s will try to push through the middle. Spetsnaz GRU coming around. Good kill there against the Piotr Smek. BRDM 2 Conquers coming around. And yeah, who do you guys think is currently favored in this matchup? I feel like it should be the red side, though this counterattack on the blue could really do the job. And the SU-22 still got a decent amount of damage. Coop, can it find a hit here against the MiG-23? The SU-22 is really not getting hit at all here. Not able to retaliate either, but goddamn they are elusive with their 30% ECM in this fight. Rocket plane maybe flying a bit too close there to the sun this time around. Osa gets another shot off, gets the hit. Coop missile out as well. Not able to track the whole way down though, and not able to get the hit. Mi-24P coming around again. Pushing forward. More BRDMs, more Shilkas coming around. T80 in the middle, doing a good job. The Mi-24 is annoying now. Shilka on the way, but that one is a good unit for this now. Coops coming around in good numbers now as well. So the SU-22s will have a tougher time next time around. Another one coming in right now. Doesn't quite seem like it has traction against anything though. And Coop gets the hit, pushes it out. This one will be gone for a while. And this is a massive victory here for Ghost Dragon, in my book. BRDM 1 goes down. Supply truck coming in for the BMP-1s and BMP-2s here in the middle. We'll be able to repair them. Dana coming in from the rear. We'll be able to get some shots out of here in a second as well. BMD-2D pushing back the Mi-2. Yeah, blue side still in control of the north. SU-22 not able to get a shot out here. And another 9 damage from another Coop hit here. SU-22's out for a while. T-72 M1ID getting killed off by the T-80BV in the middle. T-72 gets the bailout there in return, but the BMP-1 here now will get killed off, so supply truck could still save the T-80BV. And that's a big issue here. Dana, okay, is firing on it. That should be able to finish the job. Bailout there, in the end, could be a decent situation. But BMP-1's going down, T-72's not really getting into the fighting distance. Like, I would have expected more down here in this area. But they were more moved into the center, and as I said in the early part, the center not really T-72 territory. Oh no, the Dana without any spotter. Not able to get the hits that it needs right now. Can it finish off the job? Okay, it can finish off just there in the end. Before the Ural could get close enough. Ural able to disengage. T-80BV goes down, but so does the BMP and the Malutka in over here. T-72, TO-55 and BMP-2 able to push on. No T-72 around here right now. As an M1 is going for the middle again. I really think that T-72 usage here is the wrong one. The middle should have been filled with ATGM from 20th Panzana, and then the T-72s should have played around the side where their lower max range doesn't matter quite as much, and their cost efficiency could be really played out against the T-80BV in gunfights. But T-80BVs were able to get the max range engagements that they want to, and the maneuver fights where their higher speed comes in, and this is a big issue now. T-80BV pushing in with BMP-2s into the south now. MiG-29s getting some kills against helicopters, getting some kills against MiG-21s. Coops out of ammo. And this is going downhill quite quickly right now. Shilka gets the kill, but ATGMs and BMP-2s will get rid of it. Mi-24 here moving in. T-80BV getting into the fight. T-52FA here can't do much. Will get blasted one shot as well, and this is the whole south deteriorating here. And I believe this is going to be it. T-72 here. Last man standing. T-80BV got hull breach there. Good crit, but the BMP-2 and TO-55 still should be able to do it here. TO-55 kills off the the supply truck. Strelke getting the route. There goes to T-72, and this means the whole south gone. Whole center is gone as well, as the Reds team even pushes into Dimitri right now. MI-24 can move around. The air superiority is there as well, and the enemy of Pansana really not quite playing to the strengths. Whilst the 79th mostly played where it is at its best. TADBV IZD obviously getting shot by the SU-22. Unfortunate, the real line action here was annoying, but it didn't do critical damage. Just got some decent trades here for the blue side. But no key units really being sniped there. And now the TADBV ICD wall, together with good AA and decent fire support from helicopters, TO-55s and BMP-2s can just keep on rolling. MI2 US pushing forward. MI-24P moving around. Bailout does get fixed and that the unit can still shoot, but it often can't move after getting fixed. Though it's not always the case, it's a weird one. MI-24P moving around. ATBV coming in here as well. TO-55 against Wilk. That's obviously not a great engagement there, but TO-55 is decently replaceable as well, and even able to disengage out of there. Motorvedka pushing forward out of RPGs, though, so they can't help out against any of these units. But red team now pushing closer in the north. Okay, BMP-1 there getting a kill. As the big push in the middle here, still getting resupplied. Red team a good bit ahead in points. MI-24P here in a scary spot for all the BMP-2s and tanks as well. Pichotov with RPG unloaded into the forest. Osa pushing in to make the A wall even better. Coop gets sniped by the BMP-2 here. So the A from the other side, not great. The helicopters can continue flying around. There's only 2 Coops on the battlefield here right now on the other side. The Shilkas all got killed. Well, there's one more in the north, but most of them got killed. 2 more coming in now for the south. Trying to help out pushing through the MI-24P here. But the units are pushed pretty far already. TADBV, BMP-2s, all in good spots here. So pushing into the south will be nearly impossible. And in the north, TO-55s plus TADBVs pushing into scary positions as well. Recon and a bit of infantry lacking here, but more infantry coming up together with more TO-55s. Dana coming around against the BMP-2D. Trying to get some kills there. Whilst we see more Shilkas here roaming around. SU-22 M4 rocket flying around the battlefield as well. T-72 M1 gets a good hit against the BMP-2D. Smoke is necessary. TADBVs and TO-55s currently not pushing deeper. Standing at their distance. Whilst we have Ural being sold. Seems like Ghost Dragon is happy with the situation they're in right now. T-72 of Edbe will get the better out of this fight. BMP-1 there actually getting the kill. TDBV getting into an engagement of the T-72. Gets a good hit. BMP-1 gets the hit against the BRM-1. TDBV though now getting involved against this one as well. TO-55s as well, so BMP-1 in trouble. Gets hit pretty hard there and gets killed off. And with the BMP-2s arriving, the push should be absolutely doable into the rear zone here towards the +3. Rashvedka Saperi coming around. Tanks together with the BM-1 pushing forward. T-72s disengaging. Pechota Smack standing in there. Though the infantry soon to unload. Dana currently not used at all. Should be constantly firing here. SU-22 not able to kill off the Mi-24. The SU-22 ATGMs flying in. Not really able to do any damage either. And one of the SU-22s already going down. Second one gets hurt. MiG-29's coming in as well. As the BMP-2D goes down. But at least the northern SU-22 should get killed off here. Yet, there we go. Coops might be able to retaliate against one MiG-29. Yet, that they do. With the range stacking. With the MiG-29 getting so close. They at least get that job done. They actually even get the second one there. Coops really doing their job well. But the rest of the units here, not so much. T-72 went down. TADBV still around. BRM-1 getting overwhelmed. Pechota Smack versus Motostrelki here. The Pechota Smack with the SVD have a good bit more firepower, but they start 2 hit points lower. And units from the side can help out here with fire support in a second as well. There we go. Helping out with stress, helping out a bit with damage. Ooh, another AT SU-22 coming around. MiG-23 MLD on the other side. Trying to get some damage in here. Not able to do so. Finally gets a hit. As the 30mm grenade launcher though now seals the deal. MTLBU could start moving in now. Trying to help out. More tanks here, including TADBVs rushing in. And as I said, the south is a fortress already. And with this going up to +3 in a second, the situation here will go south quite quickly here for Edbe. MTLBU now starts moving here. Little supply CV unit moving down the road towards the next zone. BRDM2 here, CV on the other side. Could potentially try to sneak in there, but that would still not be enough. And the Wilks never really, and the T-72 in general, never really getting the engagement ranges they want to. The TADBVs often able to shoot at them first. And that's not what you want to have happen here. Wilk already gets shot once more here. Might even get side-shotted here. Ooh, lucky that the TADBV with 60% accuracy misses twice. Gets hit pretty hard here still. Stunned down. Mi-24 even finds the kill. Oh yeah, terrible news. No spotting going on here against the TADBV, so the SU-22 not able to get any hits. As the Mi-24 helicopter is used fantastically by Ghost Dragon here. And the CV about to move in here, about to get the +3 online. And the 700 points, already a good position to be in. And soon to be a lot higher. And getting back 1,000 points or so on this map is pretty hard. There's not that many points on this map, so getting a good lead is not that easy. And catching up there means capturing a lot of points, and that's not really going to happen here for the blue team. T-72s trying to set up in numbers again. Dana trying to get involved, but not really hitting the right targets here either. Strela 2s moving around. BRDM 1 against the Motostrelkis. Getting involved as well. +3. Taking up nicely. Dana is getting towards the target, but not really doing it. Without recon close by, the accuracy not quite as high as you would want it to be, as its maximum range is relatively low for a gun of its caliber, with 17 kilometers. And that means its its accuracy on the higher ranges is pretty bad as well. And we now even see the TADBVs here just pushing towards the north. Polish infantry with pretty weak AT launchers. That's an issue of the Polish across the board. Not as big of an issue in a deck that has T-72s and BMP-2s, but a way bigger issue in decks that don't have those kind of units, like Corpus Dejantovi. As it means killing off enemy vehicles with your infantry can be tough, especially against something like a TADBV with good frontal armor. So the push to the north here just continues. MTLBU could just start moving to this side of the map already. Get the +5 and get the tick up real quick with that. 900 points already now. 30 minutes to go. As red side is just clearing up house completely now. Ghost Dragon with a really good game plan here. Pretty smooth game through and through, even with losses like the TADBV. Nothing really major happened as a follow-up to that. MiG-23 MLD here now. Killing off the next helicopter likely. Oh, Coop gets a good hit. MiG-23 in trouble. As the next missile gets the hit here. Finishing off the MiG-23. Letting it crash into the ground. As the Mi-24D here stays around for now. Can be helpful from the side. T-72s pushing in the numbers, but ATGM teams on the other side are in a good spot. T-72 pushing in. BRDM-2 conquers. Goes down. SU-24 cluster with a good run. Gets the Will killed. The 30mm goes down. And the SU-24 goes down. TO-55 go down. Blue side is getting some kills here. Is pushing up with the CV as well. But the northern push here is still pretty scary. And the KD in total really high. Oh no! The Mi-24P with the side shot killing off the Wilk. SU-22 run not working out. MiG-23 finally gets the kill there. Coop's not able to retaliate in this position. And yeah, the tank push that looked half decent a second ago just completely deteriorating with these losses there. TDBV still around. Contestation still on. Saperi-Apio will get the contest here in the north as well. Motostrelki's trying to figure out where the enemy CV is. Should be able to find that soon. Contest will get it up to a +3 again in a second, and 11 minutes to go. Even if the tick would stop right now, blue side would struggle to get anywhere close to the 1000 points that they need to equalize the score here, and I don't think the tick will stop anytime soon, as the blue side just really runs out of steam here. Decent amount of units here in the south, but the red side has way better units and way better positions there. Pushing into that, not gonna be easy. And the BRDM-2 in the north here gonna be found any second, and then this whole situation will go up to a +4 here for the red team. BTR getting shot. Mi-24P rocket getting involved here. Kokong getting a good stun there. Also moving around. BRDM goes down. +4 happening now. 10 minutes to go. And we have a +4 situation. 4 minutes 35 till victory here for Ghost Dragon. Likely be able to push out. Yeah, TO-55 here. Getting hit by ATGMs. Goes down. That's the +5. There is not even a CV on the battlefield anymore for the blue side. And they are up against the +5. This is the situation where you usually see a tap out. And there we go. GG is called. And Ghost Dragon will win game number 1 here with a really well executed 79th Guards. Really well done by Ghost Dragon here. KDBV ICDs really well played, killing off T-72s really efficiently, and those misplayed in my eyes by Edpe. Not pushing, putting the tanks in the spots where they dominate, and pushing a bit too deep in the center with light units where you would expect the TADBV ICDs to be. And a couple of BMP2's losses early on there that made the center a lot harder to play around. Yeah, the S22s did their job in the early game, but Ghost Dragon did invest enough into AA to keep them at bay, and that means 1-0 lead here now. Let's see if Edpic can bring it around in game number 2, or if Ghost Dragon can get the total win here in the series, in this best of 2. Quick break, guys, and we're going to be back with game number 2. So here we go. Game number 2. Edbit versus Ghost Dragon. And this one is a cool matchup, as it is two pretty similar division against each other. Edbit on the left side, bringing the OG, bringing second Panzer Grenadier. And on the right side, we have the fourth Divisa, which has a lot of similarities. Leo 2s coming around, light forward deployment component. So it has the better Leo 2s. It has some Leo 1A1s as well, or Leo 1A in their arsenal. Though the Martyr, in my eyes, currently the better IFV compared to the YPR, though the Ehrlichen gun on them is quite nice. So it's for sure a match of skill. The Leo 2A4s that the 4th Division get outclassed the Leo 2A3s by a good bit. So there we will have to see an answer there. Both sides have TOW 2 launchers as well. Really interesting matchup here. And I'm looking forward to see what's going on here. Before I jump in, quick shout out once more to the Match Arena, where you can help out funding the event by just clicking the claim code button, for example, adding free money to the prize pool. You just have to go to the link in the chat right now and click the claim code button, and you add money to the prize pool completely for free, 25 cents per click. We still have 28 codes remaining. So if you want to support the tournament, that's the easiest way to do it. If you want to contribute money directly, you can do that as well. And every single contribution there is much appreciated, no matter if it's only $5 or more. It goes a long way there, getting the prize pool up. And really much thanks to everybody already helping out there with the free or the direct contribution and getting us to a nice $110 already. Let's see where we can go there. And yeah, once more, thanks to all of you for supporting this event. If you haven't left a like on YouTube when you watch there, consider doing so, helping out the channel, helping out the visibility on YouTube. And yeah, obviously leaving a comment down below and so on there always helps as well. If you see this on as a VOD, let me know what you think about these matchups and so on. Really helps a lot. And yeah, with that said, let's get into the action here. BO105's MR13, really good recon unit. Relatively slow, but a fantastic gun on it for 55 points. And maybe slightly undercosted. One of the reasons why this division went so hard. Leo 1A5's being around here for Edbe. Interesting, as usually we don't see them as much as the Leo 1A1s, but on this map, where the longer ranges are easier to use, Leo 1A5s can go pretty hard. And if we see them, we usually see them with double vet, and that's exactly how we see them here. And they can pick off the M113s nicely. They don't win against Leo 2s on their own, though they can help out your Leo 2s winning those fights, and they can obviously pick off the enemy Leo 1A1s if they get the long range engagements going. Though on the shorter ranges, cost efficiency wise, with the 120 versus the 80 points on the other side, they will lose out if both sides can shoot. Just from a cost efficiency standpoint, obviously 1v1, the extra accuracy and the one extra pen they have helps out. Gepards here, good anti-helicopter. BO105s here, the classic specific opener here, coming around from Ghost Dragon. We have one BO105 recon here on the other side as well. Luxus moving around here. They are faster, but they have the way worse autocannon. The German 20mm, not a good autocannon. Pretty low range, pretty low damage for the range as well, and low accuracy compared to the Ehrlichen. So outclassed in every metric. So the Luxus have to be careful in this fight. They don't want to directly fight the enemy autocannon vehicles here. They will get shot by those. KCT Vercaners, forward deploy, have an AT weapon. Everything else not good for fighting. But they have the GSR and they are fast. That's the important parts there. The GSR for cheap, really helpful on these guys. As the Fallschirmjägers coming from the other side with forward deployment, grabbing the southern part of the map. Iltis Führungs coming in for the center. Milan 2 there, moving around as well. Whilst we have a Leo 2A4C from the get-go, actually going towards the center, not the northern part of the map. And YPRs here, coming in for the center as well. Only one with a TOW 2 going towards the north. As Luxus here, shooting against the BO-105. One of them already shot down in the north. Next one will get killed off by the Gepard as well. Spots the Leo 1A1s here, 1A5s most likely. Seeing that there's quite a lot of forces for the red side in the south, meaning that there should be a slight advantage for blue side in the north. So pushing into Milan 2s won't be easy. Both sides have good artillery with M110s as well, which can be really clutch on this map. As the M113 here starting to aim. Fallschirmjägers moving around. Good amount of ATGM carriers here for Edbe, as all the tanks of theirs are down here in the south with the Leo 1A5s. Jäger Aufklärer trying to push forward. BO-105 sees that everything in the south is clear. Iltis Führungs comes in for that area of the map. Whilst Martyrs coming towards the north. Fallschirmjägers here pushing in a bit too deep. Yeah, will eat a lot of damage there before they can disengage again. Going to half hit points. Whilst Panzer Infantry now starts to move. There's not much that can deal with them. A couple of autocannons from the Luxus and Scimitars, but they aren't sitting in the range right now. Panzer Infantry will likely be able to get into the center zone and start contesting that part of the map. We have the second Leo 2A4C already. Seed plane coming around, finds an Eyehawk. That's a good start here. Tornado coming around again. Tries to find another shot. But the Eyehawk is turned off. Stinger gets a shot out. Doesn't hit though. Eyehawk misses as well. Tornado Seed with a good start into this fight. Killing off an Eyehawk. Able to disengage. And the air is better for 2nd Panzer Grenadier. Has better fighters. And it has the Seed, has good strike craft as well. So winning that would go pretty hard here. Leo 1A5s now being rotated towards the north. Here they really have to be careful that Leo 2A4 outclasses them by a lot. Faster, way more damage, and enough frontal armor that the Leo 1A5 can't even deal anything against them on long range. Waters coming around. Whilst we have another Eyehawk and the Cheetah replacements here coming in for the AA. The one Eyehawk card really clutch, really helped out this division so much when it got added. Iltis Führungs coming around, Pioneer Carl Gustav to secure the south completely here for now. For Edbe, which will get them the take here, the +2 in a second. That means then they only have to play defensive in the north. And 2nd Panzer Grenadier for sure pretty good at that. More Martyrs coming in, another Jaguar 2 here. Good unit as well. The 6 frontal armor often means that it doesn't get one-shotted, and the TOW 2 allows it to deal a lot of damage to all units on the battlefield. One shot a lot of things frontally, including the Leo 1A NLs, and one shot killing the Leo 2A4 side shot as well. Though frontally it does decent damage there, but doesn't quite get the one-shot kill. Martyrs here moving around, Jaguars in decent spots. Milan 2 pushed out there. He is running low on ammo as well. Still Leo 1A5s move around. M113 here should be easily able to deal with the Lux. Lux smoking off in time. That's what you need to do there. M110 coming around. Maybe should just aim for this. Trying to get the kill there. Goes for the KCT Vercanners. Not a bad target either. As the Pioneer Carl Gustav comes around. +2 is ticking. 117 points already up here. Good start for Edbe. Lux gets actually a kill against M113 there. Lucky hits. As it goes down as well. But that's a good trade there. You take that. Points-wise, it's even. But getting rid of M113s here right now in this state is pretty good. KCT Vercanners react quickly, so they likely gonna survive. Good move there by Ghost Dragon. M113 not able to find a kill. Moving closer to the front line. Set up more shots here. Leo 2A4Bs coming around in numbers. They have the same frontal armor as the Leo 2A3s, but they have the same fire control and penetration of the Leo 2A4C. So they are in a pretty good spot there. Martyrs on the hill. Leo 1A5 getting involved against the infantry in the center here. Panzer infantry with Dragon 1. One supply truck getting shot. That's not all that impactful. M110 getting involved against the Panzer infantry in the north. Leo 2A3s coming around. And yeah, having the control over the south is really nice for Edba right now. 200 points ahead. Not a big lead yet, but every tick here is pretty important. 22 minutes till victory. Obviously, likely something is going to happen before that, but getting a lead here is a nice feeling. Meaning that the enemy has to push into you. Martyrs and Scimitars here opening up against the infantry. The Martyr in the center versus the Dragon 1. Has to be careful, though it doesn't get one shot killed there, so it even can tank a shot there. And the Panzer infantry is pretty stunned down, not able to find a hit. More shots there found. One Panzer infantry likely going down soon. Tow 2 coming around. The other one in the center gets stunned as well. Martyr 1A3 here with 2 level veterancy. Doing a good fight there. Tow 2 under fire. M110 still trying to hit the Panzer infantry. I believe they hit the wrong part of the building there. I think the actual hit points aren't this one, but I'm not sure. Let's see how this goes with the second round. Leo 2A3 moving around as more and more Leos came in on the other side. 155mm artillery, really cost efficient. Good, decent rate of fire. 115 points. This is not the good ones, right? These are the older M113, but still pretty cost efficient. Have to get decently close to the battlefield as well, though. M110 could shred them. Yeah, this is not quite where they are in. So they failed to get the kill there. Martyrs and Jaguars holding the northern part of the map. Fallschirmjägers moving around. M110 aiming up again. Panzer Grenadiers slowly moving up there. Tow 2 holding the line for now. The 1A5s and Jaguars really well set up. 400 points by now. And the the Tornadoes here now out for the hunt. Seed coming in first. Gets a shot out. Against the Cheetahs. Now the reaction on the other time. Hawks turned off. Seed won't find another shot just yet. But obviously can be brought around here. Ooh, gets another missile out. Leo 2A4C gets found by the Tornado. But Tornado goes down. Though still killing off one of the Leo 2A4Cs. Kind of worth it. Kind of worth the Tornado. The seed plane not able to find a hit there. Hawk is spotted though. They should disengage now. They should load back up. They're not doing that just yet. And that means the Hawk might get found by the M110 here. Needs ammunition here. Supply truck already on the way. Panzer Mercer coming around. Hawk immediately goes down. Good shot here. Really important kill, as that means only one Hawk remaining, as you only get one card there. The push of the Leo 2A4s in the middle, pretty risky. A lot of ATGMs flying towards them, including Milan 2s. Leo 2A4B still around, but there are Leo 2A3s on the other side. Leo 1A1s. Tow 2 here, trying to get a better line of sight. Panzer Infantry and YPRs getting shot down. As the Leo 1A5s here on the defense, doing a good job. Tornado is still around. Tornado AT, not able to find a hit here. Hawk gets the kill against it. Leo 2A3 in the center, goes down to the enemy Leos and the Tow 2. Tow 2 really doing a good job there. Leo 1A5s and Milans getting overwhelmed as well. And in the end, I guess this was a pretty good trade here for the blue side. The Hawk still around, getting the kill against the second Tornado AT, losing the second one there. Calling it a bit clutched and not able to do any damage with it. And the Leo 2A4C on the other side, they did take damage, but they're still alive. The Cheetah is still alive. Red side not able to really gain any kills is a big issue. The Panzer Mercers now getting involved with just firing away. Jaguar here in a scary spot. Leo 2A4C showing side armor. Ooh, not disengaging. Smoking off it just in time though. Blocking the line of sight that way. Engineer Verkenners here, likely gonna get stunned down. Mörser Fire will annoy the living hell out of these units, though likely not gonna kill any, as they are disengaging already. Engineer pushed back. Mother 183 goes down. Leo 185 has to disengage as well, and blue side keeps units alive. Toe 2 still alive here in the center as well. Highly frustrating. Ooh, good aiming here. Leo 284 is just slightly outside of the circle though. As another Leo 283 comes in, and a Jaguar as well. The 155mm howitzers here haven't shot that many rounds just yet. Panzer Mörser coming around. As yeah, Panzer Mörsers with the long flight angle and the need for nearly direct hits, they are not really there to kill off things, but they can annoy the living hell out of the enemy by just saturating areas, stunning down enemies. Cheetah goes down. Toe 2 in the middle gets overwhelmed by the Panzer Grenadiers as well. Job well done there. But the scary part is still that the Leo 2 ball can get out of control. And we have 5 Leo 2s now. 6 Leo 2s now on the battlefield here for Ghost Dragon. Well, there's only one on the other side. ATGM units here limited to 2 Jaguar 2s as well. 1 Leo 185. So without the planes around, situation here isn't amazing. Panzer Mörser now getting involved against all the infantry over here. More units are needed. Jaguar on the way, Milan 2 on the way, BO 105 with the great Hot 2 ATGM. Really nice to prevent units from easy breakthrough as well. Though the Cheetah on the other side can escort... well, the Cheetahs on the front line all died. So yeah, currently it's a really good unit. Once a new Cheetah comes around, it has to be careful. And 110 is moving around. 155mm artillery pieces on the other side, dodging as well though. So the counter battery not working out most likely either. Yeah, hitting the wrong part of the map, and I think by now it's out of range to at least not get one shot killed. Getting the Leo 2A4B by accident there. That's helpful. Keeping them damaged. The Panzer Mörsers should keep on firing here. Leo 2A4 is pushing forward. Jaguar not able to find a hit here. Leo 2A3 gets hit. Jaguar's now getting involved. Smoking off here. Panzer Grenadiers hit by the ATGM, by the autocannons. Leo 2A4 is still around. Jaguar moving too close here. In gun range now. Gets hit. Should smoke off. As the enemy Leo 2 can disengage. Jaguar with the wrong pathing here. Likely gonna get overwhelmed. Okay, able to disengage into the forest. Leo 2A3 has to be careful here as well. Gets the KCT Verkenners. Blinding the enemy. Leo 2A4B here. Gets hit this time around, but not able to be able to find the kills here. That's a really frustrating thing for Edbe. And we're at 10 number 2 coming around. Could find them whilst they're reloading. Still a +2 here for Edbe with the South. 800 points ahead. But still 25 minutes to go. And once this zone falls here, the take has been stopped. And the southern defense is also not strong enough to withstand a massive Leo 2A4 push here. So really finding a kill or two here against some Leo 2s would go a long way, making this life easier. You don't have endless number of the Leo 2A4s in the 4th Division, so getting a kill or two would be irreplaceable numbers killed off. And more 10s here now, getting involved, finding some more hits, at least prolonging the time that the Leo 2A4s will need to prepare for the next push. But at the same time, Milan 2 goes down in the south. And the Leo 2A4B here is surviving. Just barely, but it does survive, and that's pretty frustrating. Panzer Mörsers maybe should fire around here, but another big push coming around with a lot of IPRs. 2 Leo 2A4s in there. Looks likely getting overwhelmed. Yes, goes down. Seaplane coming around. Tornado versus Ihawk. Ihawk not turned off. So the Tornado just would have needed to push a bit closer to get its seed missiles off. BO-105s, where are they flying? Another power 1 coming around here. One power 1 around here. In a good spot. No Gepards or no Cheetahs around yet. 2 more coming up now. For now, the BO-105s can just keep the control over the open fields here. Like this BO-105 moving in here would have full control. Obviously, you don't quite know where the Stingers are on the other side. Stingers currently getting into position. BO-105 could help out though, but Scimitar gets overwhelmed here now. MR-10 still trying to take out enemy recon. Get the KCT Vercanis in the south. Trying to get the Genier. Get the Genier as well. The 4th is running out of recon right now. But the Panzermörser just keep on saturating the center here. Jaguar might find another CV unit here. MR-13. Recon goes down. One KCT Vercanis. Genier Vercanis still in the center. Seaplane could push deeper towards the Eyehawk. Eyehawk is still activated. Marder gets overwhelmed, and we soon most likely gonna see the fall of the northern zone. Yes, a lot of Leo 2A4s here now. Just keep on pushing. Stingers now in range. This one should just smoke off. Gets killed off. Leo 2A3 does die. Stingers are a problem. And the Leo 2A4s on the other side still stay alive. Oh, down to 1 hit point. But it is still there. Next one goes down to 1 hit point as well. The seaplane not finding the kill against the Eyehawk. Only YPR is dying so far. Jaguar goes down. Leo 2A3 leader comes in. Eyehawk goes down. Planes would be enabled now. BO-105 coming in instead. Gepard will kill the recon helicopter, but the amount of armor here now just pushing forward, as none of the Leo 2A2s got killed off. Adds a critical number, and without the planes, like the Tornado ATs would be so helpful right now, but they are not there anymore. And no bombers or anything coming in right now either. So it's only down to the AT. 1,200 point lead. For now, still ticking, but the KD gets overwhelmingly towards blue now by just keeping on pushing with this fast Leo 2 ball that just runs over the battlefield right now. BO-105 trying to get into position. The Cheetah is still around though. Jäger Aufklärer there, taking a long time to reload. YPR is in the north. Able to dodge just in time. Another Leo 2A4C nearly going down. F-16 AA coming around for the BO-105s. Killing them off before they can come around. A lot of Leo 1A5s actually being brought around here. Tornado AA versus 3 fighters on the other side. That's not perfect. Gepard getting some damage in here. Tornado not able to find a long range shot. Flying over Cheetahs. Gets routed. F-16's now on its tail, and the Cheetah AA plus Stinger likely gonna get the kill there. Yes, Tornado goes down. That's another loss that you can't afford, and the points here still in favor of red. Everything else not going their way though, as they run out of stuff to deal with the tornadoes, with the leopards, and the leopard number hasn't changed at all. Not a single side shot kill here in the center. All hits were frontally, and the Leos were able to disengage in time because they had enough other units protecting them around. And that's really the power of the 4th Divise. This massive ball of quick-moving forces. YPR decently fast escorting them here. And they now can just roam around the battlefield, shoot something up. The damaged ones move back, and you take the kills, you get better and better KD. MR-10's not able to engage anything here. Jaguar trying to come around again. And this Leo 1A5 ball won't get cost-efficient fights here either. Cheetah getting hit. Cheetah even might get killed. But no helicopter or plane around right now to really profit out of this. Units will get the capture in the north here. 19 minutes. 1,400 points. Somewhere around there. Jaguar here will be spotted in a second. And sniped before it can get any kills. Maybe should have moved even further north. Another Jaguar coming around. Yeah, this is really annoying position to be in. Panzermers is actually on the right spot there. Finally, a Leo 2A4 goes down. Thanks to the help of the Mercers, plus the Leo 1A5s. Getting another Leo, actually surprisingly cost efficient there in the trades. Another one pushes in here now though. HE Bomber. Oh no! Oh no! F-16 HE Bomber killing all the Leo 1A5s there. The quadruple 450 kilogram bomb there. Oh, the F-16 just a bit too efficient here. Just as things were going decently on the ground, that bomber ruins the day. Ooh, and now there's nothing alive here anymore. The Leo 1A5 engagements really went well. The Mercer setup was fantastic there, but it wasn't good enough with that bomber just ruining the day of 3 Leo 1A5s there. Allowing the remaining Leo 2A4s there to hunt down the rest. And now the Jaguar is in gun range here as well. Doesn't have the Leo 1A5s in front of it anymore to rotate around. The remaining Leo 2A3 coming up. Fallschirmjägers with their Panzerfaust 3 should unload over here. But yeah, they have to be careful. Not moving too deep. Likely gonna get heavily reduced already there in a second. Seedplane coming around again. Gets to be a 105. Can come around for the cheetah in a second as well. Finds the kill there. Yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't play more with the seed and planes now. Like, they got all the Eyehawks. The cheetahs are vulnerable to the seed as well. So, I think air dominance could have been viable here for the 2nd Panzer Grenadier. But they're not playing it like that. Oh! Leo 2A4B could get sniped here. Finally, another Leo 2A4 goes down. CV goes down here as well. Fallschirmjägers pushing it out. But we have a massive infantry push coming towards the south. Milan 2 here. Oh, can it fight the sign shot? No, finds a frontal hit against the Leo 2A4. Not finding the kill there. Jaguar at least still alive. Mercer's here desperately trying to find the kill against the Leo 2A4B, at least finding the stun, slowly damaging it away, allows the Leo 2A3 here with 1 vet to take the fight, completely unstressed versus the stressed Leo 2A4B on the other side. But there's a TOW 2 involved here as well. And it doesn't find a hit with 2 shots, has to smoke off after the two hits. Leo 2A4 actually goes down here, so the numbers get lower, but the southern situation here is terrible. Fallschirmjäger could move around to get a shot here against the YPRs. Is down to 3 rounds only. Helicopter is not around. Leo 2A4 leader coming around. 15 minutes to go. Some more reinforcements to the south would be necessary right now. Panzermörser coming in against the TOW 2 now. Marder actually got spotted there. Gets killed off. As the Altus Führungs gets overwhelmed here. And the infantry will just push through the Fallschirmjäger there in a second. CV not on the way just yet. Fallschirmjäger get at least 1 YPR there. Leo number down to 3 now. Panzermörser not quite finding the kill. Actually in TOW 2 range now. As they moved a bit out of position. Getting killed off there. TOW 2 still a problem. Leo 2A3 not able to find this. And the southern reinforcements not coming up. Jäger Aufklärer coming around. The MR10s did their job throughout this game. But yeah, not playing through the air spam there. I'm not sure why Edbe didn't push that harder. Like, the seats did fantastic job. And you have the Harriers and so on. Like, you can kill off the Leo 2A4s that way. The Tornado ATs, the second one was a bit of a panic buy and wasted away. That was a massive mistake. If the Tornadoes could have just come around time and again later on, they would have done a lot of work. Like the first one was an okay trade, got a layer 24C and so on, but the second one was just wasted away completely. Really unfortunate. And made the game way easier for our player in blue. But yeah, Seedplane here coming around, finds another cheetah. Airplay could have been so viable here right now. But it's a +2 now for our player in blue. In a second, and it's going to go up to a +4 with all the zones in the center captured. And that's a big problem. All the cheetahs is down. There's only stingers on the battlefield. Airplane could do a lot of damage. Tornado flying into the stingers. Unnecessary. Goes down. Edbe throwing the air advantage away. Pioneer Carl Gustav coming up. +2 situation. +2 wouldn't be good enough. Would get a... No, wouldn't even quite get a draw here. But the +4 is more than good enough. And the Leo 24C leader, B leader can go for that now. And I don't think red side has it in them to counterattack here. And MR10s would have to deal a lot of work here in the north. No recon around anymore. All of that has been cleaned up. So no good spotting against the enemy artillery or enemy tank positions. And it has to be a frontal assault. And I don't quite see how you would do that right now as the red team here. Unimog coming around. Loading to prevent anything from pushing deeper, but Ghost Dragon doesn't need to push deeper. The Leo 2A4s already do the job here. Panzer Grenadier is coming around, and yeah, I feel like in this matchup, after the decent successes in the early game, Edbay should have had pushed a couple more times to actually get the kill onto Leo 2A4s. As they afterwards were fine with just dueling, and that's never good against the Leo 2s. Get another kill here. Obviously, they were unfortunate a couple of times, but most of it was down to micro. Like, we see it so many times that Leos survive 1 or 2 hit points. That's what their frontal armor and their high speed is allowing them to do. And really well played from Ghost Dragon there, taking some damage and then moving on. Smoke play here coming up. But it's not really pushing anything into there that can easily get the capture on. Leo 2A3s and Martyrs coming up. Jenny is still in the way. Ooh, Martyr at least gets a YPR killed. Leo 2A4B disengaging here. But with the +4 going on for a while now, a +2 would be good enough now to at least get a draw. And the draw would be good enough for Ghost Dragon with the one victory in the first game to get a win in this matchup. And the very second going on, a +2 would even be good enough for a victory here. As they currently get 160 points per minute with the +4. With a +2, they would get 80 points per minute. So red team would have to get here to stop the take. And there are still a decent amount of units here. Leo 2A4 leaders rotated north. Panzer infantry moving around. Oh no! Milan 2 gets a kill against the Leo 2. Toe 2 gets a side shot there. Gets a hit over here as well. The Leo 2A3 is actually not even able to find a hit. Artillery hitting well as well. Leo 2A3 leader goes down, and I think that is game. Goes down there. Leo 1A5 coming in, but that's who we needed to connect here. Leo 2's 2 shots not finding the hit here. Unfortunate for sure, but really well set up killing field here by the blue team as well. Ghost Dragon setting up the defense nicely, and that was a masterclass in defense. Preemptive artillery on the spot where the enemy needed to pop out, and the infantry just gets murdered now. Leo 2A4B coming up. Well played by Ghost Dragon, and this is going to be game. Leo 2A3 is all down, no push coming in towards the south, and the northern forces are now completely decimated, whilst blue side still has basically everything alive. They didn't lose anything of value in this fight. And this is just complete domination now for Ghost Dragon. Really well executed defense there. Carl Gustav desperately trying to get the Leo 2A4 once more, leaving it at 2 hit points as they don't get another shot out, getting stunned down there. MR10s, they are still doing their job. They for sure were the MVPs here of Edbe, getting a lot of damage and getting a decent amount of kills as well, but they didn't quite make the difference that Edbe wanted them to do. And Panzermörser is moving around, Leo 1A5 moving back, really well executed, constant war of movement. That's what the Leo 2A4 was designed to do. Brawling in engagements, moving engagements, overwhelming enemy weak spots by sheer firepower, and then rotating around when the enemy tries to set up their defenses in place, disengaging when too many ATGMs flying their way, and really showing why the Leo 2A4, especially the C, but the B as well, are such beasts currently, and the 4th is such a well-liked division. Second Panzer Grenadier, obviously not a bad division either, but the tanks engagement's not their forte, and I still think Edbe should have used the air card more. They used the Tornado Seed so well, getting all the Eyehawks, misplaced there by Ghost Dragon, allowing that to happen. Even getting all the Cheetahs, but never getting the Harriers online to follow it up. And as I said, the AT plane there, bit mismicroed as well. Tornado Cluster could have been helpful here as well, though you only can use that against stressed out Leos, but could have been a nice finisher against already damaged one. Instead, it's the F-16 actually here that likely gonna do the damage from the other side. Not quite getting the kill, but Martyrs go down nonetheless here. And by now, even a +2 would do the job, so this push, even if it gets into the zone, wouldn't do much anymore at this point, as Ghost Dragon got all the points they needed here. And more 10s, these howitzers still aiming up here, getting more shots out, trying to find counter battery, trying to improve their KD, but not finding it. F-16 cluster here, the loadout of the Dutch really nice with 4 bombs, a good bit better than the 2-bomb loadout of the American ones, which don't quite one-shot kill a lot of tanks. This one does, for not that much more in price. And we're 10 moving around. Infantry is in the forest, but it's not like the German infantry is. It's so amazing that they could just run over things when they have a smoke screen. Panzer Grenadier are decent, but they're not amazing, especially not on the move. Like, they usually want to be the defensive unit with their MG3 and the sniper rifle that both need to be stationary to fire. So, not the perfect place here either. Tornado Seed number 2 is around. Tornado AA coming in, but yeah, the air spam not really enabled here for Edbe. F-16 AA here on the other side in good numbers as well, so the Tornadoes will have a tough time winning this as well. Disengaging now, and with 5 minutes 30 remaining, and only 200 points difference by now, which is less than 2 minutes of take here. This is going towards Ghost Dragon quite quickly now. Guipards getting 1 kill against an F-16, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Ildes Führungs tried to get through maybe with some sneaky play, but the positions here too good for Ghost Dragon, not letting that happen. So the Ildes Führungs won't get through. And the lead now only slightly above 100 points. And with the +4, the Ghost Dragon even would reach the 2000 points for full victory just in time. As the Panzer Grenadier here, the Panzer Infantry holding the line against the Panzer Grenadiers on the other side. Fallschirmjägers getting overwhelmed. All the autocannons here getting into good spots now. And more 10s finally find some counter battery success here, though still not quite finding the kill. F-16 HE here, finding even more hits on the front line. Gepard's not quite long enough on target. It's the MR10 here. Try to kill off some infantry on the front line, doing that job decently. Unimox coming around, more Panzer Grenadiers, but there are just way too many units in blue here still around. Iltis Führungs now tries to do the maneuver here, but that will take too long. Point lead now already for the blue team. So Edbe would have to start a tick again even to get a victory here now. And that's not gonna happen. They only have one damaged leader tank here now. Panzer Infantry with the Carl Gustav pushing forward. Likely gonna kill that in a second. Okay, it's disengaging now, but... yeah, seaplanes did their job. They aren't to blame for this. They did a good job here throughout this game. Another alarm missile flying around. Not quite getting the kill this time around. Now going too close there. Stingers flying around. They only eat the cheetah rounds, but still did a good job there. M110s did a good job. But the lack of kills on Leo 2s, the snowball of Leo 2s, did the job here. And really shows you how to play 4th Division. Even if you get ticked upon in the early game, just try to set up the Leo 2A4 game ball. Get a big enough mechanized force to just roam around and take better and better fights by just killing off enemy units without losing any of important units on your own, and just snowballing it out of control with the KD. Really a job well done here. M110s once more finding a good spot here, getting good kills, but the infantry found the leader unit there. M110s not really mattering here in the end. For sure the MVP units of that bit, but not doing a good enough job to really find the finisher here. 1 minute 52 remaining. Obviously, with the importance of any points here, it pushes it till the end, but in the end, yeah, Ghost Dragon with a clear KD here as well. 155mm actually doing a decent job against infantry here as well throughout the game, and the Leo 2A4 list here, yeah. This is crazy, killing off 4 Leo 1A5s here. Jaguars getting overwhelmed as well. Gepards, Martyrs getting murdered there. Leo 2A4 is really doing the job, and that F-16 really sealing the deal when it stopped that Leo 1A5 counterattack that went actually pretty surprisingly well. The Tornado Seed did its job, the MR-10 did its job here, killing off Eyehawks, killing off Cheetahs, killing off Toes, killing off a decent amount of recon. Second one, killing off a Leo 2A4, killing off more recon, killing off a Cheetah as well. The M110s are not to blame, but yeah, the game plan there, not pushing harder into the air when you already take out all the enemy air defenses, was a bit weird here. Like, a seed investment only works if you actually follow it up, otherwise it's just a bit of a misinvestment there. And yeah, Ghost Dragon with a deserved 2-0 victory here, getting the win here, and being a step closer to the playoffs. And Netbe now has to win the other 2 games in the group stage to have a shot there. They were quite often in the playoffs in the past. I still think they have it in them, but gonna be tough here. And yeah, with that said, guys, this is gonna be it for today. Once more, if you want to help out with the match arena, you can do so. Clicking the claim code button adds free money to the prize pool as always. And yeah, thanks there, CX Thanks, Jeremy. And with that said, we're gonna send you over to somewhere else, as I need my beauty sleep after Rock am Ring. It was an amazing weekend, and we're gonna be back with more WARNO videos over the next couple of days, and then a new stream on Thursday, where we're gonna cast more Division 1 games, and then more casts on the weekend coming your way as well. So, see you all on Thursday or the weekend. And for now, let's send you over to Bo Cohen, who's playing some Call of Arms Gate to Hell. So, yeah, see you all next time, guys. Bye-bye.